My name is Dr. Jessica Ray from Radiant Life Chiropractic in Edmond, Oklahoma. Today I'm going to be talking about the importance of self-care and self-love and the impact it can have on your physical well-being when we don't take the time to take care of ourselves. So the information in this class or webinar is equally just as important for men and women, but today I'm going to be focusing a little bit more towards women's health. So as women, we tend to take care of everyone around us, forgetting about ourselves. We often forget that we matter too. This is an area where I struggle a lot, and I'm sure a lot of you women out there can relate to this. Slowing down, putting me first, and giving myself love is really hard, but it has to be done. We cannot expect to be at our best version of ourselves, and to care for everyone around us if we don't take the time to first care for ourselves. So during my time at chiropractic school, I learned about the Triad of Health, and this really resonated with me. So your overall health is dependent upon how healthy you are physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So you must be healthy in all three areas to achieve true health. And I thought that this was a fascinating concept to think about. So each component must be addressed on a daily basis because caring for ourselves is a lifelong commitment. We have to be committed daily to taking care of ourselves in all three categories. So as a chiropractor, I tend to focus a little bit more on helping people with the physical component of health. So the physical component of health can be broken down into further categories that are a little bit more easy to manage. Because whenever you hear, oh, I have to be healthy physically, emotionally, and spiritually, it can get very overwhelming very fast. So if we can break it down into smaller categories, we can make an action plan or steps that are easy to follow. So these more manageable categories are thoughts, traumas, and toxins. Each one can positively or negatively affect your physical well-being. So let's take a closer look at each category along with a few practical tips you can start implementing today so you can start achieving the healthy life that you desire. So the first one we're going to talk about are thoughts. So whether you're an optimist and you can find joy in any situation, or negative thoughts fill your mind on a daily basis, your thought pattern can greatly affect your health in many, many ways. So positive thinking results in positive emotions, including optimism, joy, hope, well-being. So thinking about these positive thoughts on a daily basis brings your mind around, so you start thinking more about growth and expansion and success. And it sets you up for a good day whenever you start your day with positive thinking. So you can actually improve the way that you react to a stressful situation if you practice positive thinking each day. So as an example, if you're thinking, say you start your morning off with gratitude or positive affirmations, whenever you see a stressful situation come at you during the day, you're more able to better handle it in a more proper manner for your health's sake whenever your mindset is in the right place. So whenever we do hear the word stress, we automatically think stress is bad, but there is actually a good stress or eustress, and this can be a very good thing. An example of eustress is maybe you get a fun challenge at work and you want to perform really, really well on it. So to get your adrenaline pumping and so you can perform at a higher level, that is eustress. So that can actually be very good. Eustress is very different than distress, and it can affect our health in a very different way. Constant stress about everything in life is an area where I personally struggle. I have a lot of anxiety, and this is something that I've had to work on a lot in my life. So when stress and negative thinking become focal points in your life, you develop higher risks for conditions such as heart disease, autoimmune disorders, anxiety, poor sleep, headaches, digestive upset, high blood pressure. The list goes on and on. Did you know that stress raises a hormone called cortisol? Cortisol is known as the stress hormone in the body, and this hormone reduces your immune response, so it makes you more susceptible to illness and sickness. So whenever you are constantly or chronically stressed out, you're more susceptible to contracting illness. So negative thought patterns leading to increased stress levels, can be harmful to your overall health and well-being. The good news is that your thought patterns can be easily changed through daily exercises and practices. So you can change your negative thoughts into positive thoughts. You can reduce your stress level, and you can improve your overall health by just changing your thought patterns. And that's amazing to think about. So there are several ways to achieve this. You should try out a few to see which one resonates with you and which one works with you, because what works for me in reducing my stress level may not be what your body needs. So try out a few and see what works best for you. So a few of my favorites are I like to start or end my day reading my Bible and in prayer. And this really helps me get my mind focused and helps me start out my day with a more grateful heart, and that has really made a huge difference with my stress levels. Another tool that I love to use are essential oils. They are great for reducing stress and releasing negative emotions. A few of my favorites are lavender and Stress Away from Young Living and Balance from Plant Therapy. Those are a couple of my favorite ones for stress and balancing out my emotions. And meditation is also very beneficial in reducing tension and stress while you learn how to connect and better listen to your body. There are several meditation guided apps that you can do if you don't know how to meditate, and you can download those on your phone, and they're great tools to have on hand. And yoga is another great one. And writing affirmations and quotes that inspire you on pieces of paper. I have a few Bible verses or a few of my favorite quotes stuck on my bathroom mirror at home, so as I'm getting ready, I can quote these to myself, and it actually does really help get my heart in the right place and my mind in the right place. And journaling is also something that can be really beneficial as well. Okay, so moving on to the next category, we are going to talk about traumas. Okay, so whenever I'm talking about traumas, this may be something small, like stubbing your toe, or it could be more significant injuries or illnesses. So traumas can be something so tiny or something big. So every little thing affects our physical health. So traumas may result in physical pain, muscle spasms, reduced functional levels. The list goes on for that as well. It's easy to see how traumas can affect your physical health and well-being. So no matter what stage of life we are in, women are warriors at fending off daily trauma threats. Whether you're an athlete, you love working out, spending the weekend doing yard work, or you're constantly being tugged one way or another by your children, you are constantly bombarded with potential trauma threats. And women, you are warriors for fending those off on a daily basis. So it is imperative that we keep our body strong, so when we are faced with a trauma, we are able to recover more quickly and continue thriving. So the needs of each person are different. We're all different. We're all unique. And our journey to becoming a stronger and better us should include actions that are relevant to whatever is going on in our lifestyle or our life at the moment. So as a chiropractor, I am here to help women have a better quality of life. So I work with my patients to determine the root cause of dysfunction and to help implement a plan to improve their overall health and well-being. So some of my favorite ways to improve my physical health are obviously to get adjusted regularly. I am a chiropractor and I do love to be adjusted. So by getting regular chiropractic care, I am freeing my body of muscle tension, aches, pains, headaches, functional movement restrictions, and anything else that may be holding me back from thriving. So when these structural interferences remain, it is hard for our bodies to defend itself and to recover from potential traumas like illnesses. So the adjustment does wonders and is really beneficial. Another thing that I like to do is take warm Epsom salt baths. So not only do the warm Epsom salt baths help reduce stress and help relax the body, they also reduce muscle pain and tension. Staying hydrated. This is something that I also struggle in. I will admit that I do not drink nearly enough water. So I have to find ways to help remind myself to drink enough water throughout the day. And there are apps on your phone that you can have on hand that help like give you little clues and little dings to help you remember to drink more water. And one of my favorite ones is a really funny little silly app called Plant Nanny. It's actually a really cute one where you grow little flowers and plants as you drink water, and it's actually helped me. Every time I get a drink, or every time I get a ding on my phone, I take a drink and then grow my plant. It's something that works for me, so you can try it, whatever helps you stay hydrated. And exercise, yoga, going to the gym, bike rides, taking daily walks, whatever gives you joy and motivation to keep you staying active, that is what you want to do. So studies have shown that getting regular exercise can lower your risk of many chronic diseases, such as coronary artery disease. There's so many more out there. By keeping your body physically strong, you will be able to improve your quality of life, feel your best, and be the best version of yourself to better take care of you and your family. So the last category we're going to talk about are toxins. This is my favorite category to talk about and to instruct my patients on. I just have a passion about getting rid of all the toxins in your life. And from environmental, food, household items, and beauty products, we are bombarded with toxins on a daily basis. Improving your lifestyle in this category can get overwhelming very quickly. Many people don't know where to start, so it's my advice that you choose one area of your household, tackle that first, and go slowly. This is truly a lifestyle change, so there's no rush in doing it. So you want to do it slow, take your time. I would like to focus our discussion on toxins that plague our food, our household items, and our beauty products. So much of the food produced or grown in the United States today is not grown under the best circumstances. Many of our crops are sprayed with poisonous pesticides and are genetically modified. The most commonly genetically modified foods or organisms, GMOs, are corn, soy, and canola oil. So GMOs can be found in around 70% of processed foods on the market today. This is crazy to me. 70% of processed foods contain GMOs that can affect our health. This is so crazy. So it is better to stay away from GMOs as long-term health consequences are yet unknown. So reducing your toxin exposure with food you eat can be a great place to start. So making a few diet changes can drastically change your overall health in areas such as your energy level, your skin, hair, and nail health, reducing brain fog, reducing your risk of chronic disease, and improving your immune response. So just by changing a few dietary areas in your life can have a drastic impact on your overall health. So the food you choose to eat and feed your family should fuel your body and nourish it, not make you feel bad. So a few of my favorite tips on how to reduce toxins in your food is when you are grocery shopping, stay around the walls of the grocery store. So the perimeter of the grocery store, that's usually where the more fresh foods are. The inner aisles usually contain all the processed foods. So try to get the majority of your food around the outside or the perimeter of the grocery store. So one of my favorite websites is EWG.org. This is the Environmental Working Group. This organization reports a dirty dozen and a clean 15 of produce each year. So the dirty dozen are the most sprayed crops for that year, and you want to try to buy these organic when possible. The clean 15 are okay to buy conventional. They are the cleaner crops of the year. So it's really great to have that list on hand as you go grocery shopping. So when buying meat and eggs, choose organic, grass-fed, and cage-free when possible. So another area that we want to talk about with toxins are household items. Many of our beloved household items are filled with toxins and are affecting our health without us even realizing it. So one popular product that I want to touch base on are scented candles. We love scented candles in our household, and we burned them almost on a daily basis before we knew what they were made out of and how they were affecting our health without us even knowing about it. So burning candles actually emits chemicals that some experts say are as dangerous as secondhand smoke. That is crazy. If you burn these candles in every room of your house on a daily basis, you're basically breathing in toxic chemicals as dangerous as secondhand smoke. So many candles are made from paraffin wax. A paraffin is actually a petroleum waste product that emits toxins known as carcinogens, and these specific ones associated with paraffins are benzene and toluene. So another common item in our household that I would like to talk about are plastics. So BPA is a common chemical additive in plastics to make them more durable. So BPA has been shown to be a hormone disruptor and can mimic estrogen in your body. So my favorite tips on how to make a non-toxic household are start with one room at a time, because this can get very overwhelming. I mean, we only talked about 2 potential household items, scented candles and plastics. There are dozens and dozens of household items that can release toxins. And so these are just 2. So just choose one room in your house and start slowly. Replace all scented candles made with paraffin wax to a beeswax or a coconut wax candle, and you want to make sure that the wick is cotton or wood so that you don't have any lead contamination in the wicks. Better yet, if you don't want to choose those candles, buy a diffuser and diffuse essential oils, which is what we do most of the time. So you can also replace all of your plastics that touch food or drink to glass or metal. So if you do continue to use plastics in the kitchen, make sure you hand wash all plastics, and you want to avoid high heat such as the microwave or the dishwasher, because the heat is what makes the plastic leach the chemicals into the food or the drink. So just avoid high heat if you do choose to use plastics. So replace all toxic household cleaners with healthier options. And you can actually visit the ewg.org website, and they have a specific area on their website for cleaners, and you can actually get the ratings of toxicity levels for the cleaners that you use. So as a guide to rating the toxicity and safety of common household cleaners, that is a great tool to use. Last but not least, and probably my favorite of the toxin categories, is clean beauty products. This has become an obsession of mine. So many of our favorite products contain ingredients that help us look better and to feel our best, but they're actually harming our overall health. So parabens are made from a group of synthetic ingredients, and they are used as preservatives to prevent fungal, yeast, and bacterial growth in our beauty products. Another iffy ingredient is phthalates. Phthalates are a synthetic chemical that has been used to make plastic more pliant. It's been used in roofing materials, food wrappers, etc. So these are just 2 common ingredients among many ingredients utilized in beauty products that have been linked to hormone disruption and other health concerns. So if we know this, why would we want to be putting this directly under our skin, soaking into our skin and harming our bodies? So a few of my favorite tips on how to start slowly replacing your beauty products are to replace all products that touch your skin with a healthier option, one without parabens, sulfates, phthalates, and you download, like I said again, the EWG is one of my favorite ones, but they actually have an app called their Skin Deep Database, and it actually has a scanner for barcodes. So as I'm out shopping and I see a product that I'm interested in buying, I can actually scan the barcode or type the name in, and if it is in their system, it will pop up and give me the toxicity level of that particular product. So I know before I buy it what that looks like, and so it's a great app to have on hand. Again, that's the EWG and Skin Deep Database. So a few of my favorite healthier beauty products are Mineral Fusion for makeup. I love their makeup. 100% pure, Honest Beauty, Burt's Bees, Pacifica, and for nail polish, Zoya is one of my favorites, and Alafia is also really great. So, or you can even try your hand at making your own products. For a lot of the recipes that I use for our personal care products that I make at home ourselves, I get from Wellness Mama, and you can find her recipes at wellnessmama.com. She is fantastic on her recipes. So as you can see, each component physical, emotional, and spiritual joins together to make you as a whole person. You are unique. There is no one on the planet like you. Embrace this idea about yourself and see how it affects your overall health. We may need to work on one area more than another, as we are all at different places in our lives. So work on improving each category separately, improving each part of your life. When you do this, you'll start to live a better quality of life and be the very best version of yourself. Give yourself some love and some self-care. You are worth it. Thanks, everybody.